Hi everybody, welcome to tonight's game. Before we begin, as always, we've got a couple of announcements to get through before we play. First and foremost is follow us on the socials. I think didn't you put them in, or am I still looking at the fan over chat?
No.
No, if you want to look at them, exclamation mark the social of your choice, and then it'll pop up in chat. Or if you're watching on YouTube, it's in the description. You should look at that. After the socials, in case you missed it. Yesterday was the first episode of The Lost Song of Fandalva, which is our season 2 to Lost Mine. That will be up on YouTube on Tuesday, right?
Correct. Yes.
Tuesday. And we are missing next Sunday, but we will be back again the following Sunday, which is the 27th
Mm-hmm.
of
Correct the moon
whatever
bow.
month we're in. So if you want to watch that, we should watch that. But in the meantime, apart from watching this show, you should watch Rhyme of the Frost Maiden, which is on Wednesdays at 8:30 EST on Twitch, and is uploaded on Fridays on YouTube. You should watch that. That's fun. Um, yeah, that's it.
Good.
Yeah, that's literally it. That's quicker than I thought. So you guys, is everyone ready to play?
Yeah.
Sure. Sure. Why not?
I mean, I guess.
Grizz, if I missed anything, just tell me and
No,
if I can interrupt.
that
That's
I'm
fine.
aware of.
Okay, so previously on Emoris. The Silver Goats had wrapped up their business in Unroot, being crowned as heroes by Commander Colborne, and taking your cut of the, we'll say money, but gems. You elected to move on to your next destination. With that, you travel to Craddock, which is Isabel's hometown, for a brief visit, stopping there, stopping at an old inn, and also the wreckage of Isabel's old childhood home before moving on to the vented baths to find Isabel's old friends. Catching up with them in a familiar way to your group. You've had a fair few baths in your time. Probably more than the average adventuring group, so good job, you guys. You spend some
Cleanliness.
time with them. Yeah, it's important.
It's godliness.
And then you headed to the Shrine of the Essence before plane shifting back to the wreckage of the Nautiloid to bring Vaya back from the dead. The ritual succeeded, and afterwards you opted to head back to Recrovy to spend some time with your BFFs for the holiday. And with the Festival of Giving fast approaching, that's where we left off. So, as we jump back into our downtime in Recrovy, the streets bustling with their familiar signature holiday cheer and festivity, becoming increasingly crowded with residents, travelers, small shops and merchant stands that begin to pop up sort of infrequently and sporadically. Um, the weather is a bit weird, and you would know this, Wade. Casco itself is kind of a warmer climate, and there is kind of a point in every morning where, across a span of like 30 minutes to an hour, it goes from nice temperatures to cold and snowing, which is strange, but it's nice. It really helps us set the mood here. So, as we jump back in, you've got 2 days downtime left. What do you guys want to do?
Go shopping for armor.
Yeah,
Okay,
presents.
make for me Isabel investigation check first.
Yeah. No. What's my investigation? It's like a +2 or something. Yep. 13.
You find a blacksmith.
Excellent.
What are you looking to buy?
Half plate.
Half plate.
Half plate. Do I have it?
Real quick look up the price. Half plate. That's not expensive as full plate armor. I know that.
750 gold, I think.
Is it that expensive? A half plate?
Yeah. Yeah. It's according to this, because apparently I had already.
It is 750 gold. You're
Oh.
right. Okay, make for me a charisma check.
Nope, not what I'm doing. I keep you going for my dice. 19.
I'll give it to you for 735 gold with your charming ways. So you can take that if you want.
Absolutely. No, my armor class is now 17, y'all.
Woo!
And you have disadvantage on stealth.
That's fine. I'll take off everything and you make it a breastplate. I'll just have the breastplate on if you go stealthy.
I don't know if that's how it works, but sure, we'll
I
figure
mean,
something
it's
out with that.
armor. It's in pieces. It's supposed to be.
Why didn't you just buy a breastplate then?
Because I want a higher thing than a breastplate. My EC would only be like 15 with a breastplate.
So, do you spend some time doing that? Anything else in your downtime?
For me, no.
Awesome.
Yeah, besides buying the stuff, but
So we'll go on to the next person. Who wants to go next?
Sure. How in depth? How much do you want me to describe since they're all presents? Would you rather them be a surprise for players or?
Yeah, you could make it a surprise. I know what they
Okay.
are, so you can just go out and
So
get
I
them.
go out and get those things. I don't know if there's a amount that you want me to spend on those items.
Go ahead and send me the list again,
Okay.
and I will let you know.
So
I know you've got the one.
I'm just
You can send it to me
reposting-
after this if you want.
Okay, cool. Then I would go to, I guess, like the market area and buy some Cajoian seasonings.
Sure. Okay.
Are we implying that I already did the gator hunting or no?
You can do it today if you would like.
Okay, so today would be the day I did that, and I also get the Cajoian spices and stuff.
Okay, so you, Wade, looking around to find any semblance of where an alligator might be in the city of Recrovy, think back to the time when there were rumored to be some in the sewers. And that really being your only lead, you spend most of the day down there trying to find them. Thankfully, you rolled a natural 20 on your survival. So, in time, and it does take about 4 or 5 hours of tracking, you do come across a small group of 3 alligators sitting in the sewers of the city, and you kill one and you bring it back up,
Great.
thereby
it-
confirming there are alligators in the sewer.
Would Asmund still be at work at this point?
Depends on how early you left. I would say you're an early riser, sure.
Cool. Awesome. So then I would take the gator back to Asmund's and start preparing it, Keijo style.
You would also know this is her last day of work before the holiday ends, or starts, so she does get some time off. And
So
you
yeah,
can
I'm
do
just
that.
gonna make her a home-cooked Keijo meal.
Great, awesome. Roll me a medicine check. Fuck it.
Medicine check? Oh my god.
Sure.
All right.
This is not gonna go well.
Do medicine or performance. I don't know. Whichever
Can I
one
do
you want.
performance? 24.
I really want you to keep the one.
Ugh, fine.
No, it's fine. We'll do performance. It's good since
Oh.
that's the higher modifier anyway. Would have taken that. It's pretty good.
Okay.
You waged
Cool.
pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I
Oh.
spend my day, my time. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll come back to that evening in a brief second. Alakian, anything that you wanted to do in your downtime?
Actually, a couple things. First one, would I know where like the various inns and or just bars slash pubs would be around town, or could I find out such locations?
When you first got here, you did a scout of the outside walls. You would probably have a general idea of where some are.
Then probably like late evenings, like 10, 11 o'clock at night, usually ish. Kind of go to some of like, I guess probably the first night I would go to like one of the closer ones to where has-been lives and try and swindle some people slash rob.
Okay.
Not like assault and battery rob people, but like pickpocket people.
Sure. I got your idea. And you want to do this for 2 nights?
The first night I wanted to do that. The second day I wanted to try and locate like a higher end one and then do it there. If I could.
Okay. So, um, the first thing that I need you to do is roll me a performance, and then sleight of hand, and then a stealth.
Okay. Performance is a natural 20 for a 23.
Okay.
Sleight of hand, that's a 15. And then stealth, glad I have advantage,
You do
is
now.
a dirty 20.
Awesome. So, yeah. The first night, I will say... we'll give you a d20 for this. The first night, you pick up 16 gold off of some
Nice.
poor guy. And the second night, since you're doing the same thing, I'd like you to do those 3 checks again.
Okay. Performance, that is a 22. Sleight of hand, that's a natural 1 for 14. And then
Cool.
stealth is a 27.
So, the second night, as you're going to a wealthier establishment, you try and pull off the drunk man routine,
Mm-hmm.
and you get the sense your performance is going pretty well. Your deceit is being fallen for, mostly, and as you try and pick the pocket of some kind of older gentleman with a nice handlebar mustache, you try and pick the coin pouch, and as you lift it out of the back pocket, it gets snagged on something and just onto the ground, and you are instantly made. There is no reporting you to the police, but you are thrown out of the establishment and do not get the money from it.
Okay.
But you still got the one from the first.
Yep. Okay.
In the first place. I will say you are also temporarily banned from... Where's my thingy? Actually, since it's the higher up one, this would be the olive tree.
Okay.
You are now banned from the olive tree for some time.
Sounds good. Makes sense.
Yep. But since you didn't steal anything, technically, you don't get jail time.
Cool. That pretty much sums that up. At least until the day of the parade stuff.
Awesome. So, we'll do next on the list. Thyra or Free? Who wants to go next?
Mine kind of involves Free a little bit.
Sure.
So I'm gonna start my morning in the woods by going hunting. As
Okay.
will be my new morning routine. Do you want me to roll for that?
Yeah, you can roll survival for me.
18?
You find yourself a small but tasty meal for your parasite.
Yep. And then I'll eat a good berry just to, buff them up.
Mhm.
Then I want to ritually cast Animal Messenger because I am currently in the woods. And I
Sure.
want to send a message to Free. Not sure what your plans are today, but I'd like to get a little bit more researching in. And I'll send that little, I don't know, bunny bird, whatever it is, off. And then I'm going to send another one to Izzy.
Hello.
To meet me at Tanlin's
Tannels trinkets.
Channels, yeah, because I need her help buying some stuff.
Sure.
Thanks. So, Free, do you want to go meet with Thyra?
Since Free can send, she will immediately send a message back, and I have something to help with that. Where would you like to meet, and when?
Oh, we can meet at the Echelon. I have to meet up with Izzy to go shopping first. I don't know how many words that is, but if there was enough words, I'd have told you where.
Okay. There was more words, so yeah. So then I guess she'll go meet Thyra there later.
Cool. So, I guess first thing in your day, coming back from the outside the city, you can meet up with Izzy in Tannels. Is there anything in particular that you are looking for here?
Yes. I'm gonna see, since this is where I got my things from him, I want to see if he has anything new. And I want to see if I can get the spell components that I need.
Sure thing. So, the things that he has on sale, since it's so close to when Lakin was last here, he doesn't have a replacement for the cloak that Lakin bought. He does still have his Periaptive Health for 2,500 gold, a Bag of Holding for 750, a Necklace of Adaptation for 800 gold, the Gloves of Insulating that no one wants, and the Dimensional Shackles for 1,800 gold.
I have to, and the two spell component things I need are worth 700 gold altogether. I just
Okay.
don't remember what they are off the top of my head. One is a gilded flower, the other one is, I think, like a gold-lined vial. I don't know.
Sure. So 700 gold in total for that. And then if you would like to add anything of that on, you can do so. And Izzy, if you want to buy any of that too, you can.
Oh, you said you needed me.
I need your help to help make this a little bit cheaper.
Oh, right. By how much?
Just a lot. Hold on, let me actually do the math again.
Yeah, I need to know the amount.
So it's 700 for your components. Did you want to buy anything on the list?
Yeah, the shackles.
The shackles are 1,800, so that's 2,500 in total.
How much coin do you have left? What if any?
Need about 500 off of that.
Let me do the math on mine, because I have enough, but let's see if I can also afford something else. Nope, that is not a calculator, that's a calendar. My bad, y'all.
Because I have 2,058 gold. I brought Izzy to try and get the price.
You owe me 500 gold, but I
brought you here to barter with the person.
Oh, I might be at the barter. Alright, I see what I can do.
Not to take your money.
Alright, I'll see if I can get 500 gold off. I'm gonna go up to the guy.
Okay. So you, Isabel, make me a charisma check.
Can Thyra help me and get a...
Can I cast enhance ability on him?
Sure, you can cast enhance ability. That's
Is
fine.
that advantage?
Yeah.
That is advantage, yes.
Okay. First one is a 17, not bad. Second one is an 8, so worse.
Okay. He sort of gives you a look over, kind of frowns a little bit. 500 gold's quite a lot of money, you see.
Yeah,
If
it
you
is.
would like to add another purchase on, maybe we can negotiate the difference.
I'm gonna look at the bag of holding and be like, how much for that there, that bag that holds a bunch of stuff and all that?
That one in total 750 base price.
What if you add that one on as well? Reduce the cost of the entire thing by a bit.
Well, he sort of gives it a think over. That's 3,250 gold.
I'll buy the...
Docking it down to
I want to buy the
2,750.
bag of holding anyway, so...
He says, I will... If you buy all three collections, I'll dock you 400 gold, so you'll have to pay 2,850 in total.
Alright, so Thyra, Dyto take 400 off of yours, then I'll pay you 100 gold and buy the bag holding myself.
Cool. So, it only took 50 fucking episodes for me guys to get you to buy a bag of holding, but you finally have one. Good job.
But, Tara, you owe me 100 gold now, by the way.
No, it'll have to wait.
I'm not expecting you to get it right now, but you owe me 100 gold.
I will take a note of that. And she pulls out a notebook and writes in Orcish, "Oh, Izzy, 100 gold."
Fair enough.
Ah, could use my eyes of charming. That would
Could have.
That would have been bad. That would have been a bad idea.
No, well. So, anything else that you two want to do while you're together?
Oh, I already had those.
Oh, here you go, Izzy, and I'll give her a good berry.
Thank you very much.
I was already in the woods, or I had to taken you hunting with me.
Yeah, I assumed you would have been. Right,
You want to
well,
go
I
read some books?
Sure.
You want to send Free a message and let her know we're on our way?
Sure. I send Free a message. Oi, Free, we're on our way to read books, apparently.
You are muted, Chem. Also, Griz, answer your bloody phone.
Yeah.
My phone's not going off.
I texted you.
Oh,
Oh
I
my
Discorded
goodness.
you back because my text messages aren't going through.
Oh. Sorry, Chem, go on.
she just says she'll see them soon.
Sorry, I'm
Seriously.
having
And
mountains
then
of problems
we'll
with
let
Griz
her
right now.
do her morning and afternoon if she wants.
No, Free is good to go, other than whatever you guys involve her in.
Yeah,
Right,
we
so
are.
head
We'll
over-
do some research.
So once we're all together, I was here yesterday. I didn't find out too much more than what I already knew, but I kind of also forgot what I needed to be looking for. And I'm not very good at the looking part.
That does sound like you, honestly. You do get distracted by books.
Especially now that there's a voice in my head that I tend to just start talking to.
I mean, just... it's your own fault.
But I looked up a little bit about any relation to the names of the months and didn't find too much. And the other stuff I already knew about the Shattered Past.
Oh, shut the pass and all that.
So we want information specifically on... I can't pronounce this.
Are you asking for the name?
Yes.
Kymel.
Kymel. Gosh, I have the month there. I'm like, okay, I know it's the first part. What part? Why can't I put these together?
It's okay. I have Camel down and Sandrew.
For those of you
Did I
that
put
wanna know how to spell it, it's Caimal.
Kymel. If we want information specifically on Kymel, I can get some, I think.
I was also kind of trying to find if there's any way or a connection to finding more of those orbs.
I was hoping if he is the one that's actually referred to as the Scorched King, that this spell would give that to me as well. It has to do with his lore, at least. Then I should get something out of it.
Hey.
Where do you think they have a room here I can use where I can set up a crap ton of incense and not disturb someone? Because it takes a lot of incense to do this. Like 250 gold worth.
You could probably set up in Asmin's lab, since they're not doing too much today, since it's their last day. She would let you do
Okay.
that.
How does
Yes.
Loven react when I walk in?
When you walk in, Loven puts his head down and walks out the door.
That's fair.
Okay. Then. Yeah, okay. Free will set up legend lore.
Okay. And so, you're casting the spell specifically on the name.
Kymel the Scorched King, if I'm correct? Or the Watcher? I'm not sure which phrase to use. What do you two think?
Well, we know he's a watcher. We're not exactly sure if he's the Scorched King or not.
We're trying to find this Scorched King, so let's do the Scorched King. We can't.
Alright, we'll try
Make something.
Scorched King then. And hope it's the same. And if not, at least we'll get that information, sort of. And
Aye.
she'll picture everything she knows for sure. Like the orbs that cause anger, that it was involved with the Nefriti, and the cults, and try and get all of her little notes in one spot in front of her, and a blank page in her journal so she can start writing down whatever she comes to her head.
Okay. So you're attempting to link all the information that you think may be connected together in the hope that it is of the same substance.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you. So,
And she has her journal for all of this, so.
so you set your incense up around and light them and lay down the 4 ivory strips. And as the fumes begin to drift into the air, the rest of you watch as they begin to almost start to circle and swirl around Free in this sort of cylindrical area. Still drifting up. It's nothing to obscure the vision. They are just small, lazy drifts of smoke. But they do almost create the impression of something funneling into Free. So Free, as you focus on the spell, sitting in a meditative stance and concentrating as hard as you can, you begin to learn details and stories, a lot of different stories. You haven't cast the spell before, and it does almost give you different renditions of similar tales. Some of them end in slightly different endings, and you aren't sure which really is the right one to start off with, but you begin to focus in, and this is what you get. Kymel is the name of one of the 8 Watchers of Emoris. These were essentially lesser deities created by an old, long-forgotten god that hasn't been relevant in centuries. They emerged in the year 0 PR, and the reason that it's called PR is because it means post-rebirth, which Esprit called last week before we even started the game, and he's never heard that before, so fuck you, Esprit. The rebirth
Proud of you.
was an event, and after this, 8 forces were tasked with the protection of different continents on Emoris. Each one of these watchers belonged to a certain elemental class. Kymel is the name of the fire one, which you know. Because you're also dropping names, Granthan is the earth one, and Xandru is the ice one. These watchers lived in harmony for some time, watching over their respective continents or countries, before the people in those countries began to squabble and fight, and petty wars began to break loose. most of them ended in some form of peaceful resolution over time. But the one Watcher seemed to be attracted to the power. And so it began to rise above its siblings, as they are known. With this, a divide came. 6 of them began to try and fight against it, failing for most of the time. Not least of all because the one, the Ice Watcher Xandru, seemed to form some sort of alliance with Kymel. It is unclear as to whether they were just siblings or whether there was some deeper relationship there. But they formed their own alliance. And as they grew in power, the other 6 had to rise up to fight against them. But at the time when the battle ensued, the final one, Kymel had grown too powerful for them to defeat, so they began to steal parts of its power away and lock them in these spherical crimson orbs. And they hid them. Hid them away in places that they thought they would never find them. The being itself, grown too weak to rise up again, seemed to recede off into hiding. The Ice Watcher, notably, there is not much said about its battle, but it too ran off and hid somewhere, and has not been found since. You gather with this, and that is what you get from the spell. You gather that Kymel probably is the Scorched King, and that these orbs are important to it because that is its method of regaining its former strength. With the amount of information that you already have going in, that's what you get. If you need me to type it all out for you, I will do so. But again, any questions, just ask. That's what you get.
Yay! Oh my god, it worked.
You were right.
I try to go as slow as possible because there are a lot of big names in there that aren't
Yeah,
easy to
I'm
pronounce.
gonna have to clarify spelling and a whole bunch of stuff later, but I think I got the important bits here. Yeah, Free goes excitedly into we were right. It's the Watchers, the fire. The 6 tried to rise against him, but the ice joined him. The orbs are his literal power that they locked away and hid. It didn't give me a number, but maybe 1 per each. I don't know. But if he gains them back, then he's back at full power, and the 6 of them couldn't lock him away, so yay.
We should probably try to find one of them and then keep it.
And the ice one is MIA, as far as I know.
They have 2 of them.
At
No.
least 2.
We have to find the others before they do.
At least one.
Keep them this time.
Yeah.
We'll get a big lead box and keep it in there forever. Never open it.
I really need to find out how my dad got a hold of that one that he gave my mum.
Yeah, we should really find your dad and talk to him by that.
Bree, can you send him a message and, if he can't talk, I don't know, tell him, can you cough 2 times if you can't speak?
Sure. Alright. Free will try and send a message to the image that she has of Lyra's father. And hello again. Daughter is still searching for you. If you can't speak, make some other noise. Please, it's about the gift you gave her mother. And that's where she'll end it.
Okay. you send the message out. Still in the middle of Asmin's lab, and Asmin is here, you know, watching you guys and paying close attention and listening to what you're saying. And after you send it out, you are sort of embraced to the uncomfortable tension of waiting for a response, and that silence seems to drag on and drag on. And eventually, you do hear something back.
Oh my god.
You hear a voice that is male, and it says, "You all need to stay far away from this." And that's it.
He said we need to stay far away from this.
It's a little
It's
too
a little
late
too
for that.
right?
But also not only killed my mom, but burned my tribe to the ground. So, staying away is not an option anymore.
Should I let him know that? Or would you rather just keep going without it?
I mean, you should let him know that there's no turning back now for us. He can either
Alright.
help or not. Or you
Next
could
up
tell
is-
him. You could also tell him that the last time we tried to fight this thing, I had basically died. I don't know.
Alright. We're already 2 involved. We've seen 2 taken, and things razed to the ground in flame. We can't stay out of it now.
You cast a spell on this one. And there is that familiar silence. But this one lingers and lingers, and there is no response here.
He's electing to ignore us.
Well, where do we suspect that we might be able to find the other ones?
Well,
Found one in Grizeri.
and 1 in Aegeus, but we don't know if that was always there or not. I suspect if the ice was on his side, I doubt there'd be one in Uamora.
Well, if we come across a place that we think that there might be one, maybe wherever Duel wants us to go.
I'm thinking maybe.
It's been a
not
while, but it
cool.
seemed important.
My money for somebody is on Jean Guillot, I think. Insular not information. This feels appropriate to me, I don't know why.
I mean, if it's in the middle of there and they're keeping it safe as a people,
Oh, they get
mean-
fucking wrecked.
yeah, then they're just walling themselves in to be burned in and
Yeah.
no one notice.
I can, if we get to a place, I can do a locate object since I know what they look like. Since I've held it, but we'd have to be close.
Aye.
We could look
need-
for locations where people have been known to suddenly grow aggressive. Maybe patterns like that in criminal histories. I know it
Honestly-
sounds really boring, but
Osmond, would you know where we could get that kind of, look up that kind of information? Would that be here? Would that be with the...
You're trying to look up locations where people have.
Shown
like high crime, high aggressive crime spots in different countries that like are unexplained, but people in this region are always, I don't know, like they're being affected by the orb is what she's looking for.
Okay.
Pattern.
like how it was described that the wizard that died, Essek, how he
He's-
started acting.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
kind of scratches her head a little bit. I don't think we have any like of those records
Hmm.
in my current area of unlockability. Well, I would say you could check the monastery, but I don't think that that's really gonna work for you here now. Uh, I don't know. These things they sort of have been happening recently, so I can try and find out.
I'm gonna send a message to Madeline.
Okay.
I'm like, Madeline, we need some information about these weird, strange orb things. If you get a chance, could you come down to Asmon's lab? Thank you.
Okay. You send the message out. Um, and at this point in time, you know exactly where she is. She's
Yeah.
above you about 10 or so stories high in the top of the tower. Um, and you hear the response say, Right, I'm a little busy right now. I'll get back to you.
I bet it's causing trouble.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go up there just to make sure it's not my brother's.
Okay.
I have a wither.
Running upstairs, and going back to her office, you know where it is. You knock on the door, because it's guarded,
Madeline,
as most of them are. And
Just
from the
making sure-
inside, you kind of hear this. As you knock, you hear this pause, and then, and then,
Madeline,
as the door swings open, Madeline's there, hair kind of frazzled. She looks tired, and she says, "Come in here now."
all right.
Oh, this is
Everything all right?
fun.
This doesn't seem great. You okay?
Cole, you ready to see your siblings again?
Aye.
You walk in, and Isabel, you've been in Madeline's office before, and Thara, you have too. It's normally fairly organized and well kept. This is not that right now. It is completely destroyed, essentially. Norman is off in the corner, sort of knees up to his chest, facing the wall and slowly rocking himself there. Blight and Singe are currently tussling on the floor, and you watch as they sort of roll into the table, and you watch as this vase full of flowers that Thyra gave Madeline just onto the ground. As they sort of recoil back from it, you see that the green one is actually wearing that kind of dingy necklace that she likes to keep up on the bookshelf at the backside, which, as you look closer to it, most of the books are either fallen out or half fallen out. It's a wreck here,
I'm gonna
and she's
look
struggling.
at Blight and Singe, be like, you two, stop it.
Make a charisma check.
Fuck. There we go.
Man, if
Natural
only
20.
I could use Dominate Beast.
With a natural
That-
20, they stop and they just turn to look at you.
Why have you been making Auntie Madeline's life so hard, eh?
There is no response from them. You get the sense they don't talk
Yes.
so much.
You two need to listen to her. She's making sure that you don't die. So please, if you return the necklace, I put my hand up for the necklace.
You see it kind of like squelch over and sort of just rise up a little bit and stand there as the necklace dangles.
I grab the necklace.
You grab it and she quickly comes and takes it immediately off of you. Just walks and puts it back up on top of the bookshelf.
All right. You two, stay there. Don't move. I'm gonna go over to Norman. Norman,
His head like slowly creaks back to you.
the fuck you doing?
Have you seen my wife?
She's fine.
Make a deception check.
I'm not lying.
You're lying.
Natural 20 again.
Damn, dude.
Man.
He just sort of turns back and starts rocking again. He's not doing well being away from the corpses of your family.
Norman, you have to They're being kept safe. They're fine. You need to recover, and you need to take care of your fucking kids this time.
He just keeps rocking there. Madeline comes back to put the necklace back. She says, I commissioned a wheelchair for him. It's going to take a couple of days to get in here, especially with the festival coming. It's been rough, a little bit, dealing with this, but I appreciate you coming back and helping.
Oh, I was here for a couple of different reasons. I'm really leaving soon again. But
Are you sure you don't want to
While-
stay for like a few hours?
sure,
While Izzy has been chastising the parasites and his father, Thyra kneels down on the ground and pulls out a good berry and starts like pulling it apart to feed to the parasites.
Okay, sure.
Freya just
they
starts
eat the good berries.
prestidigitationing up as much as she can and putting things back on shelves because
Sure.
it's dirty and it's bothering her.
So just like kind of like what you do with like bread when you feed the birds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what she's
Okay.
doing with the rest of her good berries.
might be easier if you find these two hosts.
I don't think I trust them for that. I'd have to find a particularly charismatic host, and it's not me.
Whatever you
I'm
need.
not particularly charismatic.
You're an idiot, that's what you are.
I think you found the best one, actually. So, I think you got off lucky.
Aye. Well, I'm still searching for the last one. We're not sure where he is yet.
Right. Sorry, you wanted me to look for it?
No. Are you aware of there is these? You remember your old boss, the old person in charge?
Well, we were all three in charge. He
Right.
was just one of the
The
three.
orb that Yisik was looking at that
Yeah.
ended up being stolen.
You don't know that.
We do know that. We found
We do know that. We know
Right,
who it
but you
belongs
don't.
to. Yes.
You don't know that.
Sure. Do you know of any information where the others are? There's more than one.
He
More than two.
he was
There's more than-
tracking one other one, but as far as I'm aware, it was found in Earnroot. So
Wait, the one from Earnroot wasn't the one here.
Oh, that's three then. Gosh darn it.
I don't know what you're talking about. He's.
How
Once I
long-
run and it closes the door as shut as possible. He had his based on his behavior for about a month and a half.
Where did it come from? Do you know?
No, not at all.
Is it the one that was from Earnroot? We knew they were moving it.
I mean, it could be. A month would have sounded about right.
So that's why we assumed it was from Earnroot, but you're tracking one in Earnroot.
Based on the time that she's giving you, it does not line up. He would have had another one while that one was in Earnroot.
Okay, so the one in
Earnroot might still be.
Okay, but we never confirmed that one came from the pit either. Maybe the thing that's on the border of Gizeri and Aegeus is the one that belongs there. And then the one in Earnroot is one that was in oh my goodness. Forgot the name of the country. In Okurvik the whole time. Because then we'd have Okurvik, Kazko, and Aegeus. And then maybe if what Duel has is one, could be a fourth.
I need you to do me a favor. I can't do it anymore today. Free, can you message Colborne and see if you can look into it for us? The one from Okurvik. One that we found on Earnroot, so you can find it.
Well, I mean, we gave it to the authorities.
Aye, but he's part of the military. He probably could find it if he needed to. Or ask Metalfinger. Send a message to Metalfinger, or
Was it Metalfinger that took it from us?
It
we
was.
give it to the Iron Watch, but Colborne
Yeah.
is like a general, so you could probably search for it without people questioning.
Before we
Madeline,
do that, I
Yes.
want to clarify things with Madeline here.
Yeah, I was about to do that, but you go ahead.
How much have you guys figured out? Because I just got quite the terrifying thought and information about it. That they belong to Kymel, and that each one is a source of his power that was locked away. And now this cult is releasing them? Or
Yep.
gathering them.
Yeah.
And we don't know how many there are. We're at 3 by this count.
Aye.
And how many are left? I don't know. Assuming that 3 other watchers are against him, I'd say that, but I don't know for sure.
What we do know for sure is that they have 2.
Would they have 2, and wherever the one Farmer Kervik went, we have to find out before they do.
Alright, that's why she messaged Colborn or Mittlefinger, or both. Madeline, do you know about these orbs?
I'm learning as we go.
Excellent.
If you want to give me a rundown, maybe I could help you that way.
Right.
Free can hand over her journal of notes, just whatever you want to memorize.
Right.
Okay, so you run her down all of the information
Yes.
that you've learned thus far.
The Free will not share where the one in Aegeus was unless Thyra says to. She'll just say Aegeus, but she won't give anything more specific than that,
Okay.
because that is Thyra's business.
It's fine if she knows it's not where it originated.
Sure. Okay. Then she will add that specific point.
Sure. She looks over it all and takes a step back and says, "Okay, this is a big deal. I will see what I can pull from the archives of his notes. What was left after the blast in his office, and I'll see what I can find, and I'll bring it back to you. I guess on the day of the parade."
Much appreciated.
Okay,
We're thinking this Safriti is behind the cult.
Right.
Or
Okay.
leading it.
I'll see what I can find.
Right. Well. Fucking hell.
So, for sake of brevity here, is there anything anyone else wants to do with Madeline or for the rest of this day?
Yeah, I'll take the parasites for a couple hours.
You want
I
to
will-
Not out of
interchange
her office,
parasites?
but you. No, I will spend time with them, but I'm not gonna change.
How long
parasites.
do you want to spend with them?
I don't know. What time of day is it by the time we're done doing all of this?
It's starting to get to be like 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Oh no, I'll spend like an hour
Okay, sure.
letting Cole play with his siblings.
It's so cute. For Wade's sake, was his hat in that room?
She was wearing it at the time that you walked in.
Oh god. All right.
How much did she pay for that hat, by the way?
Madeline, what is with Wade's hat on your head?
Oh, well, I bought the damn thing. I thought I should get some use out of it. You know, this has the entire catalogue of Nigel Thornberry
Yeah,
books
he's
in the rim. It's weird. I don't know why anyone would enchant that, but it's fun.
It's Wade's
Wade-
favorite books.
yeah.
Oh,
How
that's
much
nice.
do
I've
you
been reading
want
them to the
for it?
parasites.
It should belong to him. Aspen made it for him.
How much to buy it back?
Yeah.
I see here.
We're not asking you to give it back. We're asking you to purchase it back from you. You bought it fair and square. You bought it back free. We're not going to steal it from you.
I'm pretty sure she bought it for like 500 gold.
I was giving up 500 worth, I think. So I don't remember if the hat was the entirety or if we gave her other stuff as well. So I don't know. But 500 was the amount that was like the total. So
What did she ask?
She
Or is she
will
willing to keep
ask.
it up?
She will ask for 450 gold.
Free can hand that over easily.
Sure, all right.
exchange happens.
I'm assuming this happened when I died.
Yes.
Yeah. He was kind of upset about it, him in particular, so...
I
So was
threatened
that.
your life for that happened. What do you mean, him in
Diamonds on
particular?
the table would be kind of obvious to give me back give everything that was paid for that.
I think it was just a hat.
It's fine, this is enough. I've made my share back, so, you are fine.
And
I
you
can't
get to
feel
study
bad.
2 brand new species. Two members of brand new species. So it's pretty good
Right.
trade, honestly.
Well, that was the deal for your soul gem. Have you used that yet, by the way?
Have we used that yet? Yes, we did. It
Yes,
currently
we
has
just-
a man's brain in it.
We just need to go find the
After
last
this,
piece of him.
after this, we're headed off to the Feywild probably, and then we're going to bring the soul gem back, of course.
Right. Well, let me know how that goes. I am gonna go and do some research. Just, make sure they don't destroy anything. Okay, let's go. And she just dips out of the office as soon as Sarah says that she'll take the
I'll
parasites
stay and
for an
watch
hour.
the parasites as well.
Free will leave.
Fair enough. So, we'll leave you guys there for today. And we will jump on over to Wade.
Oh, that's
I
where it's
have
got his
one
finger
quick
up.
thing.
Yeah.
I have one quick thing.
Okay.
Would we have talked about doing like the giving stuff the morning or the evening of the actual day?
You'll do it in the morning.
In the morning? Okay. Alakia, that is going to be sure to actually be in the Minotaur's Muse for that evening, going into that morning, and basically
Okay.
reserve a room for that night and for the night going into the giving and the one after.
Sure. They since it's a holiday and people are in seeing relatives and stuff, that will hike up the cost. So I'll say it's we'll say a gold per night.
Okay. All right.
So Wade, you cook your meal. Oh, fresh suigator. Apron's still on when you hear the door open and Asmund comes into the flat.
Oh shit. I just quickly start like fire bolts at the candles.
Okay. Shani, who is still at home at this point, just leans over to you and says, "Good luck," and she just runs out. And she goes off on the night somewhere. Asmund walks in and sees this and says, "Okay, this is nice."
Yeah, I thought, after a long, hard day of work, you might want to come home to some Keijo. Eh?
Where did you get an alligator from?
Probably best you don't hear that one.
I assume we're gonna eat this thing. It doesn't have like diseases or nothing, does it?
I cleaned it.
Okay, sure. I'm gonna go get ready. And she walks off into the bedroom, and spends a little bit of time, getting out of work clothes and doing whatever. So, your date goes on. I won't roleplay the whole date, because we won't do that. Is there anything that you want to do in the date, Wade, in particular?
I mean, I'd probably have some like conversation over dinner. I'd probably try to impress her and tell her like, I'm sorry, getting nervous
okay?
for my date.
Are you okay? Don't choke on it. It ain't worth it.
It went down the wrong way. I coughed it out. It's okay. Hey, have you ever? Who would you hire to navigate the a bayou?
Oh
He gives a
god.
minute and thinks about it. I would. He glances over at your direction and sees the kind of like grin that you're giving off. What would I hire, Wade?
Navigator.
Oh, damn! And she starts laughing. Roll an insight check for me.
Okay. 20.
She knew what the joke was. She figured it out on her own,
You
and
know
she just
what?
let you say it.
It was funnier when Free told it.
Ah, what do you mean? You told it great. The delivery was real good.
Yeah, thanks. How you liking the food? Is it good?
It's great. Yeah, it reminds me of home, so it's nice.
Yeah, I've been picking up a thing or two. Just Free's cooking is just something else, and I've been kind of watching, and she's real talented. It. Anyways, yeah, I picked up a thing or two.
Yeah, it sounds like she's the heart and soul of your group there, Wade.
Yeah, but enough about that. Let's talk about you. How was today? Anything new? Any new developments?
Well, I was doing a little bit of research on our situation with Kev, because I want to do a little bit of final work in before, the break. And the one thing that I found was that there now we got the two parts. You're going to be going to the Feywild real soon. There is a couple different recordings on a city there called Sivanrin, which I think is probably your best bet to start asking around questions. They aren't that nice to outsiders, is what I'm finding. But you'll probably be okay.
Yeah, technically I'm not an outsider, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. So you will probably be fine. We got a weird hierarchy there where the queen has like a royal family of like generals instead of children. So
Are the children her generals, or are the generals not related?
I don't think they're related, but she basically calls them the royal family and they're treated like kids. So
Right. What does she do with her actual family?
I didn't see any mention of one.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah, after we eat, I don't know if she had any plans or anything, but like, if not, like I'll get up to leave, I guess, like go to the door. And so this was nice.
Yeah, it was. And she also gets up and walks to the door.
Wade will like lean in to give her a kiss.
Okay. You do so, kind of awkwardly. You aren't the best with. You're not the most experienced with this sort of situation in your time. Um, but you do so, and there's like a brief pause, and then you feel her lean in as well. And it is like this couple seconds of like you guys kind of freezing there, and then pulling back, and you're left kind of just staring at each other.
Yeah. Wade kind of like scratches like the back of his head. Okay. I'll see you around.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're staying here, so you don't have to. That's fine. And she holds open the door.
Yeah, I leave.
And she closes the door.
And then I just think for a while as I walk around the city.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then go. Would the commission be ready?
It will be ready the next day. So
Cool.
we will fast forward to the next day. Everyone can go pick up their commissions if they are ready. And then Free and Thyra, if there's anything that you two wanted to do today, let me know.
I mean, hunting, of course.
Sure.
And I'm gonna take Izzy with me this time.
You're
Okay,
feeling
sure.
guilty because you just said that you don't feed chaos well. Yeah, I'll go. I'll give her aid to find stuff to hunt.
It's more out of annoying Izzy to wake her up at the butt crack, like even before the sun is up, than to feed chaos.
Fair enough. But I'll give her assistance. I'll give her advantage to find stuff.
21.
Sure. So yeah, you very easily find probably a small deer for you to hunt and grab. A little bigger than your previous meal the last day.
And then we wash it down with a good berry. Only because I don't know if if the one animal will actually satiate them or not.
You spending some time with your own parasite get the sense that and you as you knowing this as well, they like to eat animals or other creatures whole. Splitting it is not really in their genes so much. Cull is a little bit more sophisticated than Chaos is, and it likes to be a little bit more, aware.
Manners.
Yeah. So it sort of has to initiate the sharing. Chaos kind of just instinctively wants to grab and consume.
To be fair, Cass did grow up in the head of a child living on the streets, so...
Yeah. No, it's totally fair.
Yeah.
Cull is just the brains of the group, as it were.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I guess as we're heading back, I want to have a conversation with Cole. In my head, not out loud. Because Izzy's there. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability on myself.
Okay.
For Charisma. Because I'm a shit. Cole, I'd like to let you out eventually. But, in order for me to do that willingly, we have to come to a bit of an understanding.
What is that?
Well, you can't go around eating people, for one. And if you do, I'll let Free fry my brain to make you come out. And I don't think either of us want that.
You hear this kind of like almost small inhale as it says, I like to think of our situation as a mutually beneficial relationship. I get to stay out of the cage, and you get all of the perks that comes with me. Saying that, I have no interest in getting fried, so I can curb myself most of the time.
Right, but if it ever happens, you asked me once, what's it like to rule? Sometimes you have to make the hard decisions. The ones you don't want to.
Sure, but when we rule, we will have servants bringing me fresh meat. As much as I can eat.
I have a tribe of hunters. Food won't be a problem.
Sounds like paradise.
I used to think so. But I'm glad we came to an understanding.
It is my pleasure.
How do you reproduce, by the way?
It's very forward of you.
Of course, this is when my Discord goes out.
Oh dear. Oh no.
Oh, it's back again. Every once in a while it stutters.
Okay. It says, I'm not sure. I have never reproduced before, but perhaps that is something I should set my mind to. I will give that some thought.
Maybe we'll have to figure it out some way.
Do they like amoebas and just make little buds of themselves?
You don't know?
There are many ways of reproduction.
So, on that note,
Yes, what do you think the two are talking about? I can see the thoughts in their head.
you feel your head twitch, and you sort of look over at them. You kind of squint your eyes, and Chaos says, "I don't care."
You don't care what your brother's saying, or sibling.
Why would I?
You're a bit of an asshole. Have I ever told you that?
Mm.
Fuck off.
It's a great family dynamic you have here. So, anything else today, Thara?
No, just picking up my stuff.
Okay. So,
I don't really know what to research anymore with that lore drop from Free.
Yeah, it's a good spell, 5th level. Is there anything anyone else wants to do before the following day?
One very quick thing. It's very, very quick. During the day, when I assume I'll run into Wade eventually. And when I do, I'll just say hello, whatever. But Chaos is going to reach out with telepathy, which I took back, into Wade's head and say, "It's been some time, Wade."
Ugh. Never get used to that.
Oh, right. Chaos can talk to you all now again, by the way. Just a heads up.
What's up, Izzy?
Went hunting. Got a deer. Saw my brothers. They're ruining Madeline's office. And Norman. He's not doing well.
What's up with Norman?
He's currently in a corner, rocking back and forth, muttering about his wife. You know, the one he kept in a preservation tank.
Right.
Yeah, he's not doing well.
Well, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
I feel kind of bad for him. I know he brought all this upon you and himself, but you know.
Don't feel bad. He just needs time to heal and someone to take care of him. I don't think. I'm gonna have to deal with that, but not now. We have things to do.
Right.
Well, I have one last thing to go get for tomorrow. So sorry about Chaos whispering in your head again. But he has a mind of his own.
That's okay. We're on good terms, right? He doesn't want to eat me no more, right?
No, he wants to eat all of you except for Free.
Okay.
Yeah. He's keeping Free around for a new host, he's told me a few times.
Well, that's not gonna happen, but okay.
Chaos kind of does what he wants, and if I'm dead, there's no one to control him. So, keep me alive. Anyways, I'm gonna go buy some stuff, and I'm gonna go get the last of the presents that are getting ready.
Sure. So, anyone want to send any messages to any NPCs or anything before we do the tomorrow?
Is
I would
this
like
the day of the parade, or is tomorrow the day of the parade?
Tomorrow's the day of the parade.
Okay, cool.
I would like to invite Via.
Okay, you can send a message to Via, and she says, "Isabel, that would be wonderful. I have been having a very interesting couple days here in this city, and I would love to spend some time with you all."
And I can't send out a message now. I'm sort of shout in the middle of the city wherever I am. Sounds good. I've shared that.
Fair enough.
She's psychic.
Anyone
She
else?
heard it. I'm still here.
Oh, fuck. Hi.
Anyone else want to do anything before we move on? Awesome. So, we are going to go to break.
Oh, I do. Just
Okay.
real quick. I'm gonna use my
Oh, I do too.
postal ring, and I'm gonna write a letter to my dad.
Okay, so you can send me that in the
Yeah.
break, and we'll do that. So, we will be back
I have
here.
one quick thing, really quick. One really
Okay.
quick, really quick. I want that last day before I want to go back to the monastery and see if they'd reached out to Haresh yet or not. And
Okay.
if they heard anything.
They will, I'll just tell you straight up. They have not heard back from Haresh. She is currently MIA.
Oh shit.
So,
Well, that's fun. All right. Okay.
we are going to go break. So we'll be back here in 10-15 minutes to continue the story and do some Christmas. Go get snacks and go bathroom, and we'll see you back here soon. All right, goodbye.
Woo.
Bird is the word. So we're live.
Already? Shit. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Surprise.
Welcome back to the show. So, as we all wake up on the final day of the year, how early do you guys want to wake up?
Whenever I get
wakes up
woken up.
before the sun.
Whenever I get woken up.
Fair enough.
Does Thyra
Sorry?
wake me up to go hunting?
Yes.
Okay,
Until Izzy gets mad and throws a shoe at her.
Okay, I get woken up before the sun.
Okay, so you guys go hunting, and as you leave Recrovy, things are starting to hustle and bustle around. People are starting to become active. When you take your trip out for a couple hours and then come back, and when you come back, it's sort of, we'll say 7 or 8 in the morning. The city is alive. It is full on. People are just now starting to get out and about and seeing the festivities around. Going to different stores and stands, starting to play different games, stuff like that. This is a big event.
Looks like a lot of people.
It is.
Wade,
Yeah.
you are asleep, and you are woken up by a pair of hands grabbing your shoulders and shaking you awake, in a very excited rabble. And as you shoot yourself awake and open your eyes, you see Shani is gripping you and shaking you awake and saying, "Where is everyone? It's time!"
Okay. Morning.
Hello!
Like a kid on Christmas. I love it.
You see Asmin, who is currently coming out of her room, sort of leaning against the wall, really, really big bags under the eyes, and the hair is all frizzy and sort of off to the side, just like slowly dragging herself along the wall like she's a zombie.
Morning.
Hi, Wade.
You
Happy giving.
happy giving. Where's everybody else?
I don't know. They're probably off doing their thing that they do every day. Well, I better get started on the food.
What are we talking? Waffles? Waffles and
Everything.
chicken?
And she goes and she starts walking to the fridge. You would know, Wade, and most of you would. The giving is positioned on the end of the year because it is the end of the cycle. And in doing so, you remove everything that you have no longer have any use for in preparation to make way for new things. That includes all of the food that you have left over in your fridge because you don't need it in the new year. So, everything in the fridge is getting cooked today. And, you know, in preparation for this, most people eat most of what they have anyway, you know, the couple days
Sounds
before.
like a really good fucking idea for once a year IRL. Goddamn, I love it.
All right. because Asmin knew that she was going to have a lot of company, she kept most of her food, so she is going to be cooking a bunch. And she starts, hunking out bits of food, leftover gator from the other day, all sorts that she begins messing around with.
Some people like leftover gator more than, fresh. So.
Yeah, Hamish was always real good for that. I remember that. Then again, he was always high on moonshine, so maybe that's why.
Yeah.
So she does that. Free, you can join at any time. And Alakin, you want to stay in the hotel, right?
That's the idea, at least for a while. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Tree will show up at whatever time people said they were going to be waking up, or like a little bit after to give them time to wake up, of course.
Sure. So you probably get back a little bit before Thyra and Izzy would. As you knock on the door, you hear.
Oh God.
And Shani essentially grabs you and just yanks you in.
Good morning. Okay. Excited, I see.
The other two join not long after, and you can commence gift giving. So, Shani will go first because she's like a kid in the candy store. You watch as she pulls out of her sort of underneath of her bed, which is positioned in Asmin's room, and it's not the most spacious, but she makes room for it. She pulls out a number of gifts. You see she leaves 2 under there, but pulls out the rest. Gives one to Asmin, Wade, Izzy, Thyra, and Free. And she basically sits down, crosses her legs, and puts her hands out and tells everyone to open them at the same time. Which you may do.
Okay.
Sure.
Open them up.
So, Free, as you open the box, you see what appears to be kind of this like heavy knitted material, like thick yarn, in this pink color with blue on the edges. Thyra, you have a similar one, but it's green and brown. And you two have similar ones as well. What it is she has given you all a very thick, oversized jumper. A big woolly one to put on. Free. Yours is... let me find it. Yours is pink on the top and bottom, and it's got this blue zigzag on the front of it. Thyra, yours is green here and brown in the middle. Wade, yours is yellow here and green in the middle. And Izzy, yours is red on the top and bottom and black in the middle. Asmin's is gold and brown. And as you look closer, each one has a very nice knitted representation of your own faces on the front. And she runs into her room and pulls one on herself, which is a very dark green color and has her own face in it. And she walks out very happy with herself.
Thyra will put hers on, like,
Oh.
immediately.
Good thing I'm heat resistant that she puts a sweater over her sweater.
Yep.
Over her. Under. Yeah. Oh, God. Good thing. She's a tiefling.
I look at Shani. Is she looking at people?
I have
like,
a built-in
at
air
me?
conditioner.
I'm just always hot, so she doesn't really matter. Is she like looking at like Izzy and Wade who hasn't put theirs on yet, expectantly?
Yep.
Oh, thanks so much,
I'm gonna
Shawnee.
put it down. I'm gonna take
it
off
on.
my coat, and hang it up, and then put it on.
This must have taken a lot of time. It actually fits, and I'm pretty huge.
Yeah, I took a little bit of extra time to do a commission. I was waiting on them for about a week and a half, so I'm glad that they fit.
Yeah, I start putting it on.
I like to imagine that it's a little too big for Izzy, so she like her fake face is like half in it. She's just like,
Yeah.
I'm not even scrunching down. She's just too big for me.
It's got kind of like a turtleneck thing going on. So
Yeah.
it's like,
It'll probably shrink a little bit in the wash.
Mm.
Yeah.
So,
Speaking of which, you need to finish your outfit, and Free just plops Wade's hat on his head.
Ah! Matt, hold on. He thinks about like a Nigel Thornberry book. It's the hat. Thank you. How did y'all get it back?
We ran into Madeline wearing it, of all things.
And she's using it to read the stories of Nigel Thornberry to my siblings.
Well, you know, at least you got some use out of it. But I am so glad to have this baby back.
He's gonna put it on, bless him.
Yes. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Beautiful.
Love it, love it, love it.
He's just so happy he has it back.
So, who wants to go next?
I'll
I
go. I'll go
don't
next.
have it on me. Would you all like to meet later after sunfall?
Sure.
Sure.
I guess I can go if that's alright with everyone else.
Yeah.
Where's Via? I did invite her. Just remember that.
Via is not currently here. You aren't sure if she's on her way currently or if she'll be here a little bit later. Via has a tendency to sleep in, so
Yeah, no, she's a giant turtle, so I'll
Yep.
let her. I'll let her be slow. Izzy's going to. I'm going to pull up the list of things I sent you, so I can remember what they are. Since Lakin isn't here yet, I'll wait for his. But she goes and brings out a large roll of leather and hands it to Free.
Okay.
Unroll it.
Yes, that's what she's doing.
And when you do unroll it, it is a full set of very expensive professional cooking knives.
Oh.
Yeah. And on the back of the handle, like the handles are flat on the bottom of them, there's a monogrammed F on them. I know that you like cooking, so I got you these.
Thank you, Izzy.
Yeah, of course. She will hand Thyra a wrapped thing. It's like a kind of flattish and round, but it's wrapped up in like wrapping paper and hand it to Thyra.
You'll not very gracefully unwrap it.
Is a silver arm ring with bears on the end, sort of like a Viking arm ring. The dwarves used to give these out as sort of promises of fealty and loyalty. So, and I technically did swear my service to you after your village burned. So, here you are.
I love them. I'll give her a hug,
I give her
and
a
I'll
hug
push
back.
the sleeves up so I can put them on under the sweater.
Mhm. It's just one. Just one arm ring. I'll go over to Wade and hand him a very long wrapped present. Inside there are two brand new fishing poles. One of them says Wade, the other says Kev.
No way. Oh.
But when
my
you get
God.
your bud out of the Feywild, I think you two deserve a little peace.
Kev really needed a new rod too. His
I
old one
assume-
snapped in our fight with the gator, ghost gator, when we were trying to reel her in the first time.
Well, there you are.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Over to Shawnee. It is just like a rectangular package.
like a ravenous wolverine, she just
It is a brand new dress with a high neckline so she can hide her scars.
She picks it up and takes a look at it and like holds it real close and she's, "Oh my god, thank you!" And she gives
Of
you a
course.
big hug and
It is also green.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I give her a hug, and then for Asmund, I will hand her a small box.
She kind of delicately peels it away, as is her fashion, and opens it.
So a bit the stories in these, it's two very large, nice but a little gaudy earrings. He said, they're not technically mine. I did steal them, but I was about 14 years old when I did.
Okay.
They were from the very first time, it's my first scam actually. I've sort of kept them with me, sort of a sign that I could survive on my own. And at this point, I
That's
don't have to.
real sweet and also kind of weird. I will make sure to wear these, but not in Earnroot.
Well, Undead was destroyed, so there won't be too much of a problem.
That is true. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'll wear them all places.
Yeah, well, I hope you like him. Sort of a good luck charm, but yeah, I think they deserve a new owner.
Thank you, Izzy.
Of course. And I have one for Vaya, but she isn't here. So
I think so. Who wants to go next? And Asmin also has
Okay.
gifts if you want to nominate her at any point.
Wait, do you want to go? Would you like me to go
I
first?
thought you said. Oh, sorry. It doesn't matter to me.
All right, so Thyra's gonna start passing out like these small boxes, that they're just small wooden boxes, and each one has she used druidcraft to carve into them, your names and the silver goats. So there's just like a bunch of like, yeah, you guys can't read it, but and she passes them out to everybody except for Elakian. So she's got three still left.
All right. Open them up, I guess.
yeah.
So inside Freeze is an amethyst, is a bird carved out of one of the amethyst gems from the mine. On a little flower. Wade is a jade alligator. Izzy's is an amber bear, very intricately carved out of amber. Then Asmin's is a wooden dolphin that's painted like a reddish brown, with little like flecks of brown gems for eyes. And Shawnee's is a little figurine of a capybara, and it is brown, and it's got brown gem flecks for eyes. And I will post the pictures of them.
Oh. Hugs are exchanged from the two NPCs. And they are very, very happy with them, and you watch as they go and put them up on like a shelf on one of the side walls and position them to look out into the room.
Every alligator carving I've ever seen always looks kind of doofy. And
I
this
love
because
it.
all alligators look doofy as fuck.
Yep.
I had the wrong bear downloaded. Hold on.
We're not friends anymore.
It's on my phone, don't worry.
I guess I'll go next.
Sure.
Okay. Here, Shawnee. I give her like a wrapped up box, I guess.
Mm-hmm. She opens it.
And it's just it's a fancy comb with like a moonstone gem in it.
Mm-hmm. She picks it up and like immediately starts going with it. Oh, it's so nice. Thank you, Wade.
Welcome. I hope you like it. I'm not very good at giving gifts, if I'm being honest.
You did a very good job.
And Ira, this is for you. It's like the little brown folded card. It's like pretty small. He hands it to you.
She'll open the card.
Go on. Yeah. You like it?
What is it?
It's a gift card for 50 gold pieces worth at the taco stand. In Record, they say they have other locations. I'm not sure where, and it's redeemable there too. So you have tacos for life with this thing. That's 50 gold pieces worth of tacos.
Are you sure? Because you see me eat some tacos, right?
That's, you know what? Should have sprung for the 100. I am second guessing.
Well, damage is done, Wade.
I have been craving me a taco for, well, since I asked for 'em a week ago.
And Izzy, I was racking my brain what to get you, and the other day you talked to me about Norman.
Hey.
And it kills me that your relationship is so damaged. And I understand where that comes from, but he takes out of his bag the toy cart from Izzy's house. I know you said you didn't want this, and you don't have to keep it. Maybe you could give it to your dad as a way of starting to rebuild that relationship. Maybe it'll help him.
Thank you, Wade. Thank you very much. I'll give him a hug.
Yeah, I'll hug you back. Forgot what I got Aspen. I can't remember.
You caught her the alligator, Griz.
Right, but I feel like I had something else. Oh well, yep.
Oh my god.
It's fine. She would have known. You would have told her before, so it's
Okay.
fine.
I didn't. I don't have your gift yet, Free. It's still at the shop. But tonight, when we do the thing,
No problem. It's all right.
Asmin then gets up and goes to get her stuff. She also kind of like fiddling with the tags on the names of them, and she's wrapped them very organized because she's kind of like she's kind of like the older sister who has to get everything right when it's folded at Christmas. She leaves 2 that are tagged off on the side.
Asmin, I almost forgot you. Moonshine. Pulls out a bottle of moonshine from his bag.
Oh, is this from Hamish?
I don't know where it's from.
Okay.
All the more fun, I guess.
I will take this and I'll put it right where I know where it is. She puts it up in the top cabinet and closes it. Thank you, Wade.
You're welcome.
Okay. And she walks back, and as she does, she says, "I'm gonna need you to test that in a bit."
To who?
To you. You can't be diseased anymore.
Oh, that's right. I'm immune to disease. Absolutely. I am fucking dying to try the mystery alcohol.
She goes off and she grabs a bunch of packages and she comes back with them, and hers are wrapped. She will hand you yours first, Thyra.
Okay.
It is sort of like a 4 feet long pole, with like another thing stuck to the side, and you can open that whenever you would like.
I'm gonna open it now because I'm a child.
It is a small potion of kind of like this dull grey liquid, in a vial maybe that big, and a brand new staff with a small kingfisher on top of it, that sort of looks down. And she says, "That is a staff that can... I couldn't find the flower one anywhere. I really looked hard for it. I know you were missing yours. I got the next best thing. That one can replicate bird sounds to a perfect degree, so you can use that when you're hunting or, wanting to communicate or use your animal thingy."
Thank you, Asmund. This will actually come in handy a lot. I'll
You
give
are
her
welcome.
a hug and I'll lift her up off her feet.
Yeah, you go and give her a hug, and she lifts maybe like 3 feet off the ground because you are so tall. It's essentially almost her whole height. She just whoop. She's down, so you can add a staff of bird calls to your inventory. And she will go to free next. Yours is just a big box. She hands it over to you.
What was the potion, the dull grey?
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
So free, you open yours, and you also have a dull grey liquid in a vial in there. And she points it out to you both and says, "That is a potion of watchful rest, because I know that the others tend to get up to some mischief while you're sleeping, so you won't have to worry about that if you're using this."
Oh, you have no idea how amazing that is. Thank you, Asmund.
That is greatly appreciated.
There are two other things in your box free. You have a small book, and as you pick it up, it's almost like this tattered and worn, like old-timey, almost like comic book looking book. And on the front, it's got a drawing of a guy, like a man with sort of a big black mustache, and he's like shouting out into the front cover, and a speech mark comes out that says Jeffreezy's Book of Cheesy Insults.
Oh God! Oh no! She knows my sense of humor. Oh goodness!
As well as you look underneath, there is a small silver brooch about that big, bearing a familiar sigil. She points it out to you and says, Wade the other day was talking about how you lost your brooch to the Moon Maiden, so I figured I could get you a new one.
Thank you. That's really thoughtful.
That's all right. Next up,
Pin
she'll
that
do.
on her sweater, I guess.
Next up, she'll do you, Isabel. Yours is 2 packages. One's another rod, maybe like that big, and another one is like a small box. She hands them over to you. You can do them in whatever order you want.
I'll open the rod first, I guess.
You open up the rod, and it is a thick, dark oak cane. It starts maybe that thick and goes down to a point with a big, sort of fake ruby embedded in the top of it.
I assume this is more for just smashing heads. I thought it looks like you could do that.
Yeah, you could probably hit people with it. It's not magical or anything. I figured it would go with your, aesthetic.
Yeah.
I do love it. It's pretty great. Give me a fucking baby cane.
Okay, now do the other one.
Sure. Let me just fucking put this in my fucking notes.
Pimp
I open up the
cane.
other one. It's Pimp Cane. I'm
It's a pimp cane.
Yep,
I'm
you're a pimp cane.
absolutely hitting people with it.
That's fine. That's what it was intended for.
Oh, beautiful. What's the other one?
You go ahead and open up the other one, and it is what appears to be a helmet. Almost Spartan-like, how it comes down to a point here and then sort of widens up around here, and these thick, like, plates down the side. There is no, like, frilly top part, but it sort of horns outwards at the top. As you go and put it on, she goes ahead and fixes it for you, and as she does so, the rest of you watch as Izzy's face is visible, and then she lets go, and all of a sudden, there is nothing but black and red burning eyes back behind the
I need a
visor. You are now in possession of a dread helm.
Ooh.
What? Let me fucking find out what that does.
That's literally it. You can make it
Makes you
make you look
terrifying.
scarier.
Oh, I need a big cloak now. I am absolutely going to wear this in misty forests with a hood up, just for fun, and just like follow people around making weird.
I can make
noises.
you a misty forest. I can surround you in fog.
Oh, it's beautiful. It comes with me.
That's
Then
how
why leave?
legends start.
And this is how you make a cryptid. This is how you make a cryptid.
And so for the last one, Wade, she pulls over a gift to you. It is about that long, and it comes down to it's also kind of like rod-like, but maybe this wide, and then sort of comes out to a bulging point at the end. She hands it over to you.
Oh, you didn't have to. You'll open
Yeah,
it up.
it's fine. It is what appears to be an instrument case with a thick metal latch on the opposite side to the hinges, and by that latch is a small plaque with WE printed into the metal.
Wow. Yeah,
Go ahead.
this is great. Hold on. He hits the latch and opens it up.
It is a brand spanking new banjo.
I got yelled at when I said I was going to buy Wade a banjo.
Don't steal my gift ideas, Felis.
Oh my. He takes it
You
out.
don't have to use this one. I know you like your other one, but
No, this
you know,
is fantastic. Where'd you find this?
there's a small little music shop down on the south side of town. I just went over there to see what they had, and they had it there. No one was buying it, so I scooped it up. You can still use your old one. That's fine. It's mostly just the
No.
case that's important. But I figured, if you ever need to spare, that would do.
Let me give it a test.
So, that concludes that little section. Alakian, are you still gonna stay in the inn where you're at, or do you want to come back and stay there for Via?
That actually brings me to the point that I wanted to do.
Sure thing.
Alakian, I bought 2 nights, meaning like this night before and then the next night. That's what I did for this room. What I want to do is shortly after I wake up, attempt to reach out to the Raven Queen and kind of like very shortly after I wake up, reach out to the Raven Queen and just be like, and just simply ask, are you too busy for a visit? And just kind of send that out into the ether to await maybe a response.
Make a religion check.
Okay. That's a 25.
You would know that you could probably steal some time.
Well, with that, then I am going to cast Enhance Ability on myself for intelligence
Sure.
and use that Amulet of the Plains and teleport to the gate, or attempt to.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check for me.
And for the first one, that is a 22 for the second one.
Okay, sure thing. That succeeds. You disappear from this plane of reality, and reappear not too far off from a familiar river of bluish white, grey, and black souls, trudging slowly towards a very long, imposing black and gold gate.
I'm assuming see the visage of the Raven Queen, or the Avatar, I guess.
Yeah, you see it
to limit.
on top of the citadel, looking down and dictating things.
Okay. I will approach the gateway into the city, not the actual like death gate thing, but go towards the city.
You would know that they are pretty much one and the same, at least from this side. You haven't seen the other sides.
Yeah.
And you go and begin to walk past, or walk towards it. You take a few steps forward, and then you just feel a hand clasp onto your shoulder and stop you there.
I'll turn around.
She is there.
Look. Hello.
There was no response.
Sure, you've watched me most of my life, and I feel like you've probably become quite familiar with my tendency to run away from my problems. And this was the best place that I could think of that felt like home during everything that's going on back on the material.
You watch as she gently begins drifting past you, almost like levitating,
Mhm.
as she starts going towards the gate to your original destination. Not looking at you, you hear the voice, sourceless and everywhere at the same time, just begin to say, intimacy and relationships are not a problem to be running away from. They are what makes life beautiful.
I not to say that I disagree with you, but it feels like anyone that I've ever gotten close to has gotten hurt by me or by somebody else, and so it doesn't feel right to be celebrating that fact.
People you have surrounded yourself with, they may not be fully trusting of you in some instances, but I cannot deny, even from my point across the realms, that you are deeply loved by each and every one of them, and that they will keep you safe as you will in turn them.
Well, yeah. As much as that eases my mind, I still don't feel right going back, considering more than likely what they have waiting for me, and I have nothing to offer them. I don't feel like that's fair at all. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, would it be possible to stay here at least for a while and try and remember, as you so rightfully said that I needed to do?
If this is your wish, I will allow it. She continues to drift forward until eventually 5 or 10 minutes of soundless walking goes by and you begin to see the visage of that gate come closer and closer. And at the front of it, she stops and turns and holds out her hand to the side.
Like gesturing towards me, or just to kind of look that way?
Gesturing towards you.
Like, take her hand, or?
To essentially come towards her.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll do that then. Yeah. I'll walk.
You come
forward
towards
then.
her and she puts her hands on your back, and the wings start to outspread and curl around you. And you hear the voice say, "Are you sure about this?"
Will I be able to get back to my friends should they need me?
I will see what I can do.
Then yes.
As you begin walking forward and her holding your shoulders behind, you approach that sort of glossy barrier where the souls march inwards. And as they do, you see them go forwards, and some of them just pass through without issue. Some of them it takes a little bit more of a struggle. There is no one waiting for you here. There's no one on the other side. As you walk forward and look up at it, take a deep breath and walk forward. You hop through the other side. And we will leave you there for the moment.
All right.
The rest of you doing your stuff as you are. You have a few minutes of rejoicing in your new gifts. At one point, Shani takes the dread helm off of Izzy and puts it on her head, and you see the kind of like, kind of delicate figure of Shani put the hat on and just stare daggers into each of your souls behind these red coal eyes. Asmin sits and tunes your banjo with you, Wade.
I take the helmet back from Shani, and then I just let Kaz's tongue just like slither out of the darkness.
Yeah, it's a horrifying sight for the rest of you, but not one that you are unsurprised by.
Thyra's making her staff make bird calls.
Sure, yeah. There are a number of different calls that you can make, and in doing so, you see a small number of birds just begin to flit down to the balcony outside of Asmin's house and just perch on the rail and sort of tilt their heads towards you.
Question, Equa, I sent you a message on Discord as well, and answered, whatever.
You could actually bring birds to me.
Definitely interesting.
Depends on which end you hit it with.
The big end. If I take the and I swing with the big end.
Go for the second one, that's fine.
Bitchin', I'm adding a mace to my inventory.
Free will just help out with food and stuff around while they're all here.
Sure, you go ahead and take a look at the food, and there's a lot of food going on, so you are plenty of area to experiment with before there is a heavy on the door.
So wait, oh my god, no,
I'll open the door.
Wrong day.
You open the door and you say, "How we doing, kids?"
There's
steps in.
This
is the beautiful home that you have here, Mrs. Asmin. Beautiful.
This is Vaya. She sort of helped me out a lot when I was a kid. She's had a troubling few days, but she's all right now.
Sure, yeah. The more the merrier. Come on in. I don't have any gifts for you because I wasn't aware that you'd be coming. And she's like, "No worries, sweetie. I came here for these kids anyway. It's more than fine."
No, Asmin. Remember I went out to get us a gift together for. You must have forgot. You've been so stressed at work. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yep, just hold on a second. I'm like rummaging through my stuff.
While Wade does that, I'm going to go to my bag and bring out the gift I got Via, which is it is a pipe that is far too long than it ever should be. Mm-hmm. It is like 1.5 foot long pipe.
Okay, so she takes it. It's like a Gandalf pipe, but longer.
Yeah.
Right? She takes it and she basically holds it right here. She takes a puff on it. Well, I hope you don't mind me fogging up your house here, because I'm going to be using this all day. How's that? And she basically goes off and tries to find a chair to sit down in.
Yeah, I got a gift for Maya too. Which is funny that she got a new pipe.
Was yours a pipe too?
Alright. I am told this is good Rakrovi shit. And I'm gonna... Why does Discord do this to me? It's only Discord. And I'm gonna give her the tobacco. Thyra's not 100% sure what it is or if it has any effects, but...
Okay. Where did you get this from? Did you get it from a proper store?
It is actually from home. that she's had since she left. So it's old shit.
Okay.
It might be stale.
So, she packs it in the new pipe and gives it a go. I'm gonna make her a Constitution saving throw.
Happy.
She rolled a natural 1.
Oh no!
So she takes a couple puffs and blows it out, and you see her almost freeze for a second, and she's looking at you, Thyra, and you see the bottom lip start to tremble and the eyes begin to water. It's real good, sweetie. Perfect.
I don't even need to insight check that.
As you go and turn around to go back to the group, the rest of you watch as she takes the back end of the pipe, where the mouthpiece is, and she just on the back of the shell and pulls it forward again.
There it is.
It's been in there for like 5 years.
I found it. There it is. Whew. Kept that extra special safe. Heard you might be heading to the Keijo area next, so I thought you might want to fit in with the culture down there. Heard you like sticks. Here you go. I give her my quarterstaff that I've never used this entire campaign, made of,
Okay.
you know,
You watch as she takes yours and
Keijo
sort of
wood.
compares it to hers.
This is wonderful, darling. You should not have.
And she just sets it back on one of the loops that she has on her shell.
He's
Like
now
we're just going into our
Michelangelo.
bags and
Yeah,
finding
you're just
things.
handing off whatever you can find. She will give you all yours, and for the sake of brevity, I'll just tell you what they all are. So Thyra, she hands you a book that is a little old and tattered. And on the front, it says a brief encyclopedia of dinosaurs. So you and Wade can add dinosaurs to your wild shape and polymorph abilities.
Holy shit!
Yes!
Can I go over
T-Rex.
and just like kiss Via's hand? No, just kidding.
You go over and kiss her hand, and she says,
It has been a while since anyone did that. I will tell you, that is a refreshing change of pace there.
Salty.
Yeah, Thyra's gonna give her a hug, like a really like
Salty?
tight one.
Yeah, it's
Wade. She pulls off of her back a thick loop of rope, and she hands it over to you.
Just what I wanted. Rope.
I know. This will be great in your adventures.
Thank you.
You don't know what that is, do you?
It is some really fine rope. Thank you so much.
Give it back to
for
me.
Okay.
She takes it, and she pulls out a small knife, and she to the point where it breaks. And she says,
Okay, so you see this?
It,
it reattaches itself.
oh, yeah, that's fun. Thank
So
you.
you can go ahead and add a rope of mending to your
Ooh.
person. Free. She hands you a box about that thick, maybe that long and that wide. She hands it over to you. You open it. It is filled with very fancy, very delicate-looking assorted sweets and chocolates.
Oh gosh.
She says,
That cost me a lot of money. Well, it cost her a lot of money. It's from one of the finer bakeries here in Rokrovi, so I hear. I don't know if it's any good. That'll be for you to judge.
Thank you.
and Isabel.
yes.
She pulls from her back a small box about that big and hands it over to you.
Now, what could you have gotten me?
You go ahead and open it and pull it out. It is a set of tarot cards, but the art is all devil themed.
All right, a little kind of fits along with the helmet, actually.
What helmet?
I put on the helmet.
Oh, that's wonderful. You'll
Yeah,
do
it's
so
great.
well with this.
I'm going to freak out so many children with this. It's gonna be
You are. I'm so
Eh.
proud.
All right. Thank you for the cards.
Oh, it's no worries, sweetie. Thank you for bringing me back to life. That was appreciated.
Yeah, of course.
And she basically just sits there for the rest of the time in the corner, like an old grandma in a rocking chair, smoking a pipe. And she will watch as you guys do the stuff. She'll chip in where she can, but she's not, not the most accomplished of chefs or anything like that. Throughout the day, Loven pops over, and he presents to Asmin and Shani, and also one to the group, a nice bottle of wine. Something simple, just to give you guys as a group.
Oh, Lovin, thank God you're here. I got my gift for you. Shit.
You see, at this point, Asmin just like puts her hand on your shoulder and says, "Wait, it's fine. It's fine. Wait."
What's Lovin's hair situation?
Loven does not have hair.
Perfect. Take these various soaps and shampoos.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god.
Apply.
All right. I'm going to
Twice
take
daily.
the shampoos. And I'm taking the shampoos and putting them in my bag.
He doesn't
Uh,
stop you at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of
Lyra pulls
pat him
out
on the
another one
shoulder.
of the boxes that she gave everybody else. That in Druidic on the wood, it has Lovin's name and it says the echelon on the outside. And I will hand it over to him. And inside is an unpainted wooden orangutan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're supposed to be the smartest people, but they also tend to keep to themselves a little bit.
He pulls it out and looks it over a little bit, and then sort of puts his hand on his heart and comes in and gives you a hug.
Aw.
You hear in your ear, Thyra, you hear him say, "Thank you."
You're welcome. And these, she'll kind of put her hand behind her back, but pull out flowers for the missus.
He takes it and gives thanks to those as well. And he stays for a little while and then goes back to his house, where his family is also celebrating.
Before
Um,
Lopen leaves, Chaos as we one by one will inform everyone that his present to them is that he's not going to eat them.
Sure, which is nice. Yeah, most of the people here are not too worried about that, but
I'm a little relieved.
it's good to say. Melvin dips after a while. Madeline also comes by.
Hey, it's Madeline.
And she presents to the group as a whole a thick box about that big. It is a pretty nice sort of customized cake for the whole group, just to chow down on whenever you want to. And she also appears to have a small notebook that she pulls out and says, "So, you wanted to know about what we found in
Yes,
our place?
please.
Do we? Is this secure? Is everyone here? I can't really let it get out that you know about this sort of thing. So, looking back to Vaya and then at Shani.
Is trusted.
Yeah, everyone should be good.
We're all family here.
We literally, everyone besides us, we've saved their life at least once, so.
Okay.
And in all honesty, their help will be appreciated if this is going to get as big as it's going to get.
Right, Vaya's a divination wizard, I think.
I don't know where your friend is. I'm sure you can pass on
Yeah, where
everything
is-
that is missed.
That spooky boy.
Okay.
He'll be back.
And she pulls out the notebook and starts reading off of it. So, you see, he'd been acting a bit strange for a while before he first met, or was first brought to where you all met. That place is called the Pit, right? That's what you refer to it as?
Yes, that's. We literally almost tumbled into it.
He refers to it as a shrine.
That sounds about what I saw.
According to this, he jumped at the opportunity to head there, at the request of one Mr. Urzog Duel, apparently he asked for someone from the Echelon, one of the experts, to go and look at the area and to survey it. He jumped at that particular opportunity because he thought it had something to do with a particular orb that he already had in his possession that he obtained underneath of Linterink.
Where's that?
Where is that?
Wade, you would know, Linterink is a city on the western side of Casco.
So Casco orb for sure.
Yeah, I say that out loud. I repeat that.
Zeri, Costco. Perhaps I guess.
We don't know if there was one in the pit. Did they find one there?
Not according to these notes, no.
Okay, so then the Earn Root one was probably one that was already in a Curvic from somewhere.
Aye.
So that's what he wrote down. When he left, my associate, the other high archivist here in the Echelon, Mr. Adden, he was looking in Yusik's office, didn't find an orb there, so I can only assume he took it with him while he was over there, which is interesting because the whole time that he had it, he was being a recluse. He was showing higher points of aggression, introversion, he hermiting himself, right? He makes note that he had one. He knew that the shrine was probably the location of another one, and he was looking for others. But I don't know why he didn't mention that. But judging by what you've told me, and what I can find here, that would put him having one, there being one in Earnroot when you were there, and supposedly one missing from the shrine in Gizeri, all at the same point. So
And a fourth then in Aegius.
right.
That would be 4 that are supposed to be.
I don't know what they do. But
I sort of do.
considering that you said that it's something to do with fire and his office blow up, and when he died there was no evidence that it was ever there, I would expect it to have been destroyed with him.
Well, when we first met them in Earnroot, the cult, they were trying to remove it and then break the orb. So the orb breaking releases, from what I understand, according to the legend lore, is the power that was sealed away to weaken him. So every orb that's smashed just makes whatever this thing is more powerful. And we have...
That's a problem. Right.
2, they know that they have one in Earnroot that we have to track down, that they took away from us.
Aye.
And then wherever the one in that shrine is.
Oh, there might not be one in the shrine. It might.
Or someone else got it before. Maybe that's... We don't know unless we find out where the one in Aegius originally came from either.
We'll only know that if my dad answers our question.
Yeah.
Aye.
Well, I'm not entirely sure on everything that is related to this. I might suggest maybe reaching out to this Mr. Duel to see if he can give you any leads on if Yusik had the orb at the time. He also mentioned something of it having a lock, but he got around it. So I don't know if that's important or not. If you'd like to ask him about it, I'd like to know, but it's not really important for me. So that's what I got at the moment. Just pulling from our archives. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help. But
Honestly, that helps us track how many we for sure know about.
if this is as big as you say it is, when push comes to shove, let me know and I'll be there.
Appreciate it. Oh boy. A group of devils doesn't seem so bad, does it?
I do think it's interesting though, that you had two, and they kept trying to take them off of you. Clearly, you're wound up in this somehow. So,
Well, we had one when they took it. We knew where the other one was.
Because authorities took it.
Right. We gave it to
We
some
also
people.
knew that it was in the Mantrix collection
Before. Because we
before
visited.
it was taken. We just
Oh,
didn't
that's-
have it on our person.
it's weird. Colborne said that you found it in the sewers or something.
We followed
Um,
the cultists that
I-
took it out to the Mantrix.
They saw it in the Bats collection when they saw it there. They're like, "Oh, that's interesting. We should look into that." Cultists showed up. We chased them to the sewers. We killed them. Two of them killed themselves.
They killed
then-
themselves, yeah.
Well, yeah, we kicked the shit out of them. That was fun.
They
well,
poisoned themselves.
some
great.
unwavering dedication to a probably world-ending monster. So, sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure I will see you all in the parade later. I've got to see Mr. Adden. He's got to change the weather for today, so I'm sure I'll see you there.
Oh,
Yes.
Maddie,
Yeah.
I pull out some good berries out of my pocket. Can you give these to the others?
Yeah, of course. I'm sure they will be happy to have them. And she takes them. Well, if you got any more questions, let me know. And if you talk to your man, let me know what he says.
Will do. We owe
Okay.
him a favor, so.
You have to do the whole. Oh, God.
And she goes and she leaves. So,
Do we
What
want
do you
to
guys
try
gonna do now?
sending another message to my dad? See if he'll
Sure.
answer this time?
Do we want to do this today?
No reason not to. Send him a message, get some info from him. Hopefully, go enjoy a parade. Has some well-deserved time off. I think for all of us.
All right, I will send one message.
Wait, puts his hat back on.
I'm assuming what you sent me earlier
Yeah,
or something similar.
yeah.
Okay.
Definitely
said-
the last question.
Okay.
Is this the mean one? Do you want me to send it?
Yeah.
Free will send a message to Thyra's father. Wow, I'm looking at names instead of thinking. They attacked the tribe, killed the matriarch, burnt it to the ground because of what you brought. Where did you get it?
You cast the message. And you feel the magic begin to coalesce and form into the words and trying to leave. And as you send it out, there is a period of silence before the response comes, and it simply says, "You need to stay away."
He doesn't want to answer, Thyra. It's just a warning to stay away.
I could try.
I'm sure I'm just as persuasive as you, Isabel.
Try, but I could try for fun.
Well, that is up to Thyra.
Aye, for sure.
Honestly, at this point, I just want answers so I can do what I need to do. It can be the easy way or it can be the hard way. I'd rather not have to track him down in person.
Well, it's your father. I'm not going to. No, it's your dad. Up to you.
I just told you, okay?
Oh, fuck. All right. I'll send him a message. Give me a second. Let's say. Right. I will send Dyer's dad a message. That it's just, hey, fucker, give her some fucking answers.
You send that message, and you aren't sure whether you even expect to hear a response back, as your period of silence takes you and just keeps going.
Fuck it, I'll burn a second slot. I'll send him another message. Look, you can give us some answers, or we can go into this blind. Your choice.
Again, there is no response.
Nothing.
Then we'll have to figure it out on our own.
All right. I don't like your dad very much.
Well, my mom said he was powerful. If even he is afraid, that means we should be worried.
No, I won't make fun of your dad. Not today, not on Giving Day.
Speaking of, why don't we get back to having some fun?
I got some tacos to buy.
I'd like to go try some of those games and see what's in the stalls.
A
Yeah.
lifetime of tacos.
I haven't done this in like 18 years, so let's go.
I haven't done this in 20, and honestly, it wasn't that great up in Craddock.
Yeah, no, Maloran's a poor town. There's not very much either.
Yeah. Guys, some fun. Let's go, all of us. Fuck, I should have saved one of those.
So you get up and start walking out to go and.
Did we know what in Lakin was staying at?
What's that? Esprit.
I wouldn't have said no. Unless somebody wanted to follow him there,
No.
he wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah.
I will meet y'all there. I've got to go pick something up. I just go to pick up
Okay.
the gift.
Do you want to see if you can find a Lakian? I still got my gift for him. And Shiny's got a really pretty black sweater with his face on it. So
I'll.
Can just message him.
are you sure? I can message him if you don't want to.
I've got 7 spell slots to waste. It's fine.
I have done more. I can
Okay.
punch some people with some pretty good fire, but that's about it.
You know, if you want to take a load off and I guess not message someone, I'll message Dole if you want to. I don't know. You can go ahead. It's fine.
I mean, if you really want to message Alakian, go for it. I would rather message Duel myself.
Let's leave off on Duel for now. We have to go to the Feywild. It's going to be messy if we start talking to Duel. He's like, I need you now. We're like, we can't. He'd be like, but you owe me.
Wait, look at this dinosaur.
Whoa.
It's called an Allosaurus.
Wow. I think he looks like he's sleeping. They sleep a lot?
They might. I've never actually met a dinosaur.
Are dinosaurs
Should we
extinct
go
in this
through
world?
the parade looking like dinosaurs?
Don't I do that. Equa, are dinosaurs extinct in this world?
You've certainly never seen or heard of one being alive.
Okay, cool. I don't know. Could be a fucking jewel somewhere.
What do you think, Cole? Invade a parade with dinosaurs?
You see or you hear Cole as you're flipping through the pages. You hear silence, and then you hear, "I like this one." Then you look down, and it's fucking T-Rex.
Yes.
I don't know if I can turn into a T-Rex.
Can you
I don't think
use
even at
the
your
T-Rex as
max.
a mount?
I think at your max level, if you took 20 levels in Druid, you couldn't turn into a T-Rex. So
Yeah, I was like, I just...
I'm
don't
more.
sweat it.
That was the best gift out of all of them. I'm sorry. Hands down. Wade's more happy about Thyra's gift.
Yeah, you all got little
And the hat.
buffs.
And that.
Lakey got little buffs too, but he's not fucking there. Son of a bitch.
Hey, I got a Lakey and a cool
Hi.
gift, but we'll never see him again.
Speaking of Alakian, as you are walking with the matron towards the gate, you hear in your head a voice say, "Hey, where are you? We got things for you."
I can respond in my head, right? Or do I have to actually like say it? Like
I
out
believe you
loud?
have to say it.
Okay.
It's a vocal spell.
In that case, it'll just be. I'm a little busy right now. I'll catch up with you guys later. And just leave it at that.
Okay, the rest of you watch as Asmund turns. I think he's going to meet us in the parade, so...
All right.
All right.
Okay. So Wade runs off. As you guys look around at the stores and things, and you are a little early for the parade to start, you do see a number of different things. Food stalls selling baked goods, sweets, some that are curing and roasting meats, some with, different varying culinary desserts or dishes based off of region that you've never seen before. You see a number of different games and other sort of things. You see the big one with the hammer that you've got to pull down and swing down, and the baldings at the top if you're strong enough. You see a horseshoe throwing contest, other stuff. There's one that catches your eye in particular, Thyra, as you sort of hear this vague cacophony of random noises. And you look over in that direction, and you do see a small store there. And there is like a sign on the top of it that says Davin's Emporium of exotic or otherwise very interesting creatures. And as you look a little closer, you see a number of different cages sitting behind a very sort of like middle-aged human guy with sort of like a hanging belly and a slightly balding hair on top as he's just talking to someone. There are another number of other stalls, some selling like hot chocolate, some selling ice cream, some selling little bits of jewelry. There's a fortune teller. There's all sorts here to celebrate all of the new stuff. And you guys can go wherever you want to.
I'm gonna go to the animals.
Hot chocolate, and then I'll join Thyra.
Okay. So who is going with Thyra in total?
Well, I'll follow for a bit. Then I'm gonna go to that fucking hammer game.
Okay, so everyone goes basically, except Wade. And Wade, you'll come back at the end of this, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
As you approach the stall, you see the guy go, "All right there, how can I help you?"
We were just looking for now. What kind of cool animals do you have? I haven't seen a lot of these.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we got all sorts of stuff. It depends on really how much coin you've got. We've got a couple of big stuff at the back. But, I can show you a couple of little things first. And he sort of takes you around the back.
Do you
And you
do you
see-
deal in displacer beasts?
No displacer beasts. Those are a little bit out of my ability to capture at the moment.
Do you know
That's a
anybody?
good idea.
Do you know anybody who might have ever sold displacer beasts before?
Come back in a couple of months and I might have. But apart from that, no.
Well, I was looking for a man, but that's okay.
You watch
I'm
as
still-
he walks backwards to the back of the store, and you see the small, like, wooden counter at the front. is very much the smallest thing in here, as he takes you back into a very large open tent with a number of like big bulking cages coming in through it, and he begins pointing things out to you. Um, there are the simple things like a cat, dog, mouse, snake. There is one cage that has a vulture. There is a cage that has a couple of scorpions. One that has a dire wolf in it.
Scooch away from the scorpions. Bad memories.
One that
Forgot about that.
has a monkey with these bat-like wings coming out of the back of it. A
That is
hawk
cool.
with a deep red coloration to the wings and to the neck. There is a rather large cage, maybe like 5 feet tall by 5 feet deep, that appears to have this rhino-like creature, but instead of a horn coming out of the front of it, it's almost like a hammerhead shark at the front. And these like armor plates down the back that I don't think any of you would have seen before. And at the very, very back, sort of standing proudly, not in a cage but tied up to a post, is this creature of an eagle head but a horse-like body, and these thick talons at the front, and these wings that come off of the side. Free Thyra, pretty much all of you would instantly recognize this to be a griffin.
Are these for sale or just to look at?
Oh no, sure, yeah, they're all for sale. You got to have a little bit of a training exercise with some of them, like the griffin over here. And that's a bit pricey, so I don't really know if that's in your price range to afford it. But
How much is the griffin?
That's 1,500 gold pieces.
We could pool our wealth and get a six of us though. I want a griffin, but I can't. I don't think we could. We'll just have it walk next to us. Ugh.
Griffins don't really like walking too much.
Yeah, that's my problem. Let's say 2, then we could buy 2 of them. Then we'd probably ride.
No, I've only got the one. You
Ah,
adventuring types,
Aye.
so you could probably give it somewhat of a good life. I've really got to check that before I sell it to you, because I'm not a big fan of animal abuse or nothing. So
Nice.
you'll have to forgive me if I'm getting a little bit pesky with my questions. But if that's not in your price range to afford it, might I suggest something smaller? And he points over to the vulture, which is sort of just standing there and like looking towards you all, kind of mean and angry. That one's only 50 gold if you want that.
I don't share meat.
I'd sell you a fish, but we're all out of those already because kids really like fish.
Or that big
was-
armored thing.
I've already got a fish.
We got the fish. His name is Pite Pite. He's lovely. The big armored thing with the white head.
Oh right, that's a broadback. It's a young one. It's been sitting with me for a while. It's a bit destructive though, so I'd have to be careful with it. That one's only 750 gold, but you'll have to go through the training of that for a while because it's only an adolescent. So you'll probably be looking at a couple years with that one before it really reaches its peak adulthood.
I don't have time for that, unfortunately. I want that.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals. I'm gonna start talking to the animal.
Okay. Are there any in particular that you would like to talk to?
The angry vulture.
Okay. Sure.
Hold on, I'm trying to. Here it is. And the griffin. I want to try and convince the griffin to, I don't know, break out of its, I don't know, whatever leash thing it's on.
Sure. Okay.
And the monkey thing. I
Roll
don't know,
a
just all of them.
roll a persuasion check on the griffin.
How much for the monkey thing?
Oh, the monkey's only 40 gold.
That's exactly what I thought.
A 9. The griffin, which is a very proud and noble creature, sort of turns back to you and says, "If my master decrees it, I shall be yours. But until then, I remain here."
Oh, I love you. Can I pet you?
You may.
I will go up
Sorry.
and I will pet him. I'll pet the griffin.
Just
I'm
so
gonna go-
loud, you may.
I'm gonna go up
It
to the monkey
sounds
thing.
very like strong and tall, and you pet him, and it sort of like nestles in a little bit, but it's fucking griffin.
I'm gonna go to the monkey thing and kind of look at it. How does it react to me as just being near it?
As you put your head closer, you see it sort of like and then
How big is it? Is it like a small creature?
it's essentially like a capuchin monkey with wings.
Oh. Is there a training for? Oh, I kind of want the monkey.
It
The
is pretty
issue
cute.
is
Free just like waves at it.
D&D and pets.
You can try and train the monkey, but it is a monkey, and it doesn't really like to listen to its owners. So it really depends on, what you're like to it, I suppose.
I'd care for it. What do you think? Do we want a monkey?
Am I going to be taking care of your monkey?
I mean, I would ask for help, but
Can
I
you
would...
feed it along with your other pets?
Oh, you've got
And
other
make sure
pets,
they
do you?
don't eat it.
Oh,
What
yes,
are your
we've
other
got
pets
quite a
like?
few.
Me and her, we have the same type of pet, actually. They eat a lot.
What's that?
So this monkey here, what does it eat?
Well, it's a monkey, so fruit and other likewise things. But it'll eat whatever if you're good to it, I suppose. A little bit of meat here and there.
Do we all want a monkey? Are we buying a monkey? Or
No,
am I
I'm
just...
not buying a monkey. I'm just here to talk to the animals.
I'll come back and I'll think about the monkey.
If you don't want the monkey, I might suggest this bloodhawk instead. He beckons over to the bird with the crimson sort of flecks on the feathers and streaks.
Oh, it fits. It fits so well.
Izzy's rethinking her aesthetic again.
Not recent. It fits in with my aesthetic. The
Well,
reds, the
adding to
blood
it,
hawk.
I should say.
Yes.
Horses
have-
are a little bit easier to train, of course,
Huh?
but I might suggest you get some heavy gloves, because they tend to hurt.
Well, I have my armor. I will think about... Oh, God, I want an animal. I'll think about it.
I will be here all day, but I will say I'm having a lot of customers, so if you are looking to buy something, I might suggest you hurry up a little bit. Not to be disrespectful or anything.
I will
Just
think
saying.
about it, you weird little man. Sorry.
Okay?
Sorry, that was mean.
Enabling and just drinking hot chocolate.
How
It's
does,
supposed to leave the tent.
how does this master treat you, Griffin?
He sort of standing proud, looks over to you. Very well.
Does a griffin have, what kind of feet does it have?
Has clawed feet.
Clawed feet, okay. I'm gonna pet him a little bit more. Sarah can't afford to buy an animal, or she would, for sure.
So, as a note here, I'll tell you off the prices. The Griffin is 1,500 gold, the Vulture is 50, the Bloodhawk is 150. The Flying Monkey is 40 gold. If you want a Scorpion, it's 15. The Broadback is 750 gold, and the Dire Wolf is 400.
So I can turn into a dire wolf now.
Yeah.
That was kind of why I came over here too. Broaden
I
my wild
really
shape.
want a puppy, but I also don't want to bring one into D&D.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I'm just like, I
Yeah.
want a flying monkey, but it's a bad idea to have a flying monkey.
Mm-hmm.
At least a griffin, you can be like, well, I can be like, go away, and I would be able to get it to come back.
The advantage of the Griffin is that you can mount it,
Should we
so
go check out
you
the,
can share spells with it
The
if you
throwing
like
of
it.
the.
You cast fly on a flying creature. Does it get faster?
Sure. I guess. Well, that's one to think about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on the way
Isabella's
out, I want to cast Animal Friendship on the vulture. Right? That was the one that looked cranky?
Yep.
And try and pet it.
Roll a persuasion check. With
With
advantage.
Let me actually see what Animal Friendship does.
Is it a charmed thing?
Yes. It's an
So, yeah.
enchantment. This spell lets you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a beast that you can see within range. It must see and hear you. The beast's intelligence is higher. 4 or higher, the spell fails. Oh.
Good point.
Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. Or it's charmed by me for the duration. Which is a day. Oh, I should have done that on the griffin.
Yeah, that's a 16 wisdom save. So
Makes it, breaks it.
there you go. So it makes it.
Oh, I can do it at higher levels and do it. Oh my gosh. I might come back here.
Okay. Sure.
Alright,
So-
let's go throw some axes or something. It's getting
Alright.
dangerous in here.
As you come back out of the tent, Wade, you see them coming off in the corner.
If I'm on my way back, as I'm walking through the fair, and I definitely go, "Is that a flying monkey?" And I go over there, and then when they come out of the tent, I have a flying monkey on my shoulder.
You bought the monkey?
You bought it. So you can dock yourself 40 gold,
Of course
Yeah.
he did.
and you can name the monkey if you want to. The rest of you, as you leave and turn around, you see, after going about a little while, you turn and you see Wade approaching you. Big smile on the face and a flying monkey perched on the shoulder.
Oh,
Hey,
he's
y'all.
so cute.
And now I get to
ended
enjoy
up
the
with
monkey.
it anyway.
Now I get to enjoy the monkey without having to be too worried about its care. Great.
Yeah, this is
I get the
Marcel.
That's a fuck. That's a good name. I give the monkey some scratches.
Okay, you give the monkey a couple scratches in it. Make an animal handling check.
Oh no!
You guys never get to use animal handling.
13.
Okay, it lets you scratch it a little bit, and you start to get a little overzealous, and it sort of slinks over Wade's neck and onto the other side of him, and
What
you
about
watch as
you?
it sort of like turns to his hair and just starts trying to move the hat off of him so he can get into the hair and check for fleas.
Bree
I
will
am
pull out
good.
some of the dried berries she bought for cooking and stuff, whatever, and just like offers it. Like, here, try. I hope there's no bugs in there. Have these, and like puts them on Wade's hat so it has like a little bowl of like pull the berries out of.
Go
Yeah.
ahead and roll animal handling for me.
Oh god, I get bit. Yeah, I'm gonna get bit.
You pick up the berries and put them on top of Wade's hat, and you pull the hand away, no biting, and you watch as it
Oh god.
as small berries and other things just off onto the floor.
I will
Ah,
hand
sad.
I'll hand the monkey some like dried meat from like a ration.
It gives it a sniff and just takes it and starts.
Good, Marcel. Me and you
You
know,
know,
we're
you
good
guys,
friends.
you gotta do this the right way. I'm gonna cast animal friendship on it before I.
Fucking.
I hate you.
I put stats of flying monkey. The spell fails. It is more intelligent than the spell can perforate.
Then it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Hold on 1 second. No, if the beast intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails, so the spell just fails.
Oh, okay.
The head just kind of cocks to you.
Once I just didn't prepare them today.
Well, let's go check out the rest of the parade and festival and all that.
Yeah, there was a.
Oh, Aspen, your boy got a is Aspen with us? Or did she not?
Yeah, Asmon's with you.
Your boy got the monkey.
You see her standing there, arms folded. I see it.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So turn around and just walks. Knows how this is going to go.
I assume this isn't the first time Wade has gotten a weird animal.
There was the
Probably.
story about the fish that he
There's a
had
story
when he
about
was
the
The
younger.
fish. I'm sure he's grabbed like a baby
I have a
alligator. I was like, I
feeling-
want to keep it.
I have a feeling Wade and Thyra are the same kind of people that they just bring home strange stray animals.
Yeah, probably.
So you guys start going off and seeing the festival before the parade starts. Alekian,
Yeah.
you are pushed through the glossy sort of it almost feels like water, faintly shimmering like white blue barrier that protects the rest of the Shadowfell from the city of the dead. And as you push through, you emerge into the entranceway into the city. The first thing that you notice immediately is that your breath stops. There is no clouding of like faint fog from your breaths. You kind of like instinctively are breathing, but nothing is going in. Everything in here is cold. Colder than even the outside of the Shadowfell, and that's cold enough. Laid before you are structures, numbers of them. Buildings made of deep jet black stone, ending in spires and small bits of gold trim, warped and walked cobblestone of the same color. It sort of leads down these twisting and winding streets. And at the center of it all is an elevated part of the city that itself, you wage in the center of it, is its own large building with this kind of like spherical roof that comes to a point up into a large spire. Immediately you notice as you walk through, the Raven Queen behind you is gone. And as you look backwards towards the center of the city, you see the real Avatar, the one that stands 50 to 100 feet tall, turn and look at you. Like directly at you. What would you like to do?
First off, with seeing that, we can kind of gives a deep bow, full, not even looking, before standing back up, and kind of saying aloud, I guess, attempting to at least say aloud. So I can just walk around here for a while.
There is no audible response, it's just staring.
Okay. Then I guess I will. Do I remember any of the faces from the dream thing that I had from so long ago? Would I remember any of those? Because I feel like there were at least a couple faces that I saw, unless I'm being mistaken.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. Click the right window. That's a 16.
You begin walking around, trying to find where these souls of the people are. And it's weird as you go around, it's kind of vacant and empty. You kind of have to really, really focus your attention. And you do start to see faint orbs that just drift in varying colors. It's a disconcerting feeling knowing that on the outside you could look in and you could kind of see them. But now that you're here, you almost can't, and it is just this vacant space.
Uh, with that, I guess. Where'd you say that the avatar was? Like standing above the where the spire is? Is that what you said?
In the dead center of the city.
Okay. Then he will head over in that direction.
Okay.
Still, yeah, just head over that direction.
You begin walking that way. As you go, there are some people here, and they are all similar looking. Alvin, very, very, very pale, wearing black clothes, in kind of like varying shades, but they're all black. And you do sort of get eyes cocked in your direction. People are a little uneasy. Some people almost kind of like watch you and nod and back out. It's a weird sensation here. And as you go, there is almost some degree of familiarity with you. Like you kind of already unconsciously know the way here. As you begin to climb up a number of different levels of the city before coming to this grand temple of grey and black designs, stone pillars and marble floors. As you look up, the visage of the queen just undulating in this bright white light, impossibly big from where you are.
Mhm.
And you can see this large open archway that leads into the interior.
I will stand there for a second, just kind of take a deep breath, and then go forward and step in to the archway.
You do so. As you step in, you begin to see that marble floor is of this worked design of kind of nice iconography representative of your religion and the deity that it worships. You see, this temple itself leads off into three different points, almost in a cross shape. As each one separates off, you find statues of the queen on each end, each in a different position, but all sort of looking dead center into this central point, which is built into this like large stone ring on the ground. In front of each of them are these small altars with lit candles that don't seem to give off any colored light. It's just this faint sort of white. And they're all looking into the middle.
Is there anything in the middle, or
Just this sort of like slightly raised circular stone, I guess, platform, maybe like half a foot above the rest of the ground.
probably a stupid idea, but we'll do it anyway. I'm gonna walk forward and attempt to like stand on the platform that's in the dead center Is there anything on the? Is there anything on the platform, or is it just like
It's
stairs
just the
leading up
platform.
to? Okay, then yeah, I guess that's what I'll do then.
You go ahead and
Goes-
walk up and stand on it. Standing on it.
Okay, then at that point he will kneel down in kind of his regular meditative stance, hands on his knees, back perfectly straight, kneel, and just sit there and meditate and try and reach into the back of his mind to pull forward the memories that he's been told to remember.
You commence your meditative state, focusing deeply on your past and unlocking the mysteries that it still holds here. With that connection to your deity being as strong as it is, you begin to feel yourself drifting off of that platform and shooting up into a familiar starscape. And that is where we're going to end tonight's
Yes.
session. So, we will be back here next Monday to continue the story, starting with that. I wrote this vision on session 46, which was 26. That was 24 sessions ago I wrote this vision and never came up, so it's good that I'm finally getting to do it next session. We will
We
be
do have
back
a
here
habit
next
of-
Monday.
We do have a habit of skipping your some of your shit, though. To be fair.
No, it never came up in inappropriate time, so I just never bothered to put it in.
Fair enough.
This one isn't on you guys, it's on me. Don't worry about it. We'll be back here next Monday to continue the story. As always, make sure that you catch Rhyme on Wednesday and catch Fan Album when it's uploaded to YouTube if you missed it on Twitch. And, follow the socials and all that happy, fun stuff. But with that, I think that's a good place for us to go. So, let's keep making stories together. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Thank you for coming out. We appreciate it. We will see you guys next Monday.